Have you ever walked into a place you haven't been in years, and then suddenly you remember exactly who you were when you were there? Maybe it was your childhood home, a classroom, a res hall room, a restaurant, or even a staircase. Nothing about the place has to be extraordinary, but somehow it remembers you. I've started to believe that walls can talk. Not literally, but they witness us. They hold our laughter, our arguments, our awkward moments, our conversations. And sometimes they remind us of people we used to be. I experienced this when I returned to my alma mater after many years away. The campus looked almost exactly the same. Same building, same sidewalk, same doors. But the moment I walked inside, it felt like time folded in on itself. Suddenly, I wasn't just looking at the cafeteria, I was back in my favorite booth in the basement. The place where conversations lasted way longer than they should have, where friendships formed and solidified, where laughter bounced off the walls. Then there was a library, fourth floor, corner seat, some of my best naps were there. And standing there years later, I didn't just remember those moments, I felt them. And that's when I realized something. The reason certain places matter isn't because remarkable things happen there, it's because we change there. Those walls watched uncertainty become confidence. They watched awkwardness become belonging. They watched us slowly become ourselves. And then I thought about another place, not a beautiful campus or a historical building, just a concrete stairwell leading from a parking garage into a retail store. Ordinary place, extraordinary meaning. Every time I see those stairs, I remember walking them with my daughter when she was little. She'd race ahead, then stop halfway up, stretch out her arms. Dada, hug. Sometimes she'd simply say, I love you. Those stairs became part of our story, not because the stairs were special, but because the memories were. As a single father trying to rebuild his life at the time, those ordinary errands were anything but. There were the quiet moments where trust grew, where laughter echoed, where life slowly became whole again. Places become containers for pieces of our lives. Every one of them quietly holds a chapter of our story. But when we return years later, something interesting happens. The walls haven't changed. We have. And that's sometimes how we realize just how much we've grown. Maybe that's the real gift these places give us perspective. They remind us not only where we've been, but who we've become. So the next time you find yourself walking through a place that once mattered, don't rush. Pause for a moment. Look around. What happened here? What version of me once stood in this very spot? You might discover that the wall still has something to say. Not with voices, but with memories. The walls don't actually speak, but sometimes if we're quiet enough, they have a lot to say.